大家好，歡迎收睇耳機狂人，我係卡圖。對於我自己同埋唔少發燒友嚟講，今年德國品牌 Violectric 回歸香港市場，可以話係最開心嘅消息之一。好似 Niimbus US 5 Pro、DHA V590 Mark II、DHA V226 都有唔同嘅驚喜。大家又有冇興趣知道品牌設計調聲嘅概念係點呢？近幾年外國品牌都少咗嚟香港，不過我哋仲有機會同品牌做訪問。透過代理嘅安排，好榮幸今次可以同 Violectric 嘅負責人 Mr. Fried Reim 做個視像訪問，然後透過呢條片整理翻俾大家睇。如果你第一次睇我嘅影片，呢個 channel 主要係介紹個人音響產品，逢星期三同埋星期六都會有直播，講產品之餘，亦會同大家傾下偈，記得留意啦。唔講咁多，去片。早排我就透過 Facebook 狂人同學會同 YouTube 社群收集咗唔少網友嘅問題，我哋就翻譯咗做英文之後再問佢。不過喺呢條影片入面，每條問題我都會同大家講翻中文版本。喺正式開始之前，我哋不如睇睇 Fried 嘅自我介紹先。
Hello everybody, my name is Fried Reim. I'm the founder and still part of Lake People Company in Constance. I founded the Lake People Company in Constance in 1986 and in 2008 we founded the brand Violectric, which was more intended for audio enthusiasts, especially those who love to hear their music with headphones.
開始嘅題目都係熱身，同大家一齊了解一下品牌。首先就係嚟自 Thomas 嘅問題，官方係咪認同坊間對於 Violectric 同 Lake People 一個係 For Audiophiles，一個係 For Professionals 嘅定位？
Yes, I think this is true. Some circumstances. In 1986, we began with Lake People, and our focus at that time was the professional market. Since 2008, 2009, people always told us, because some of our, especially the headphone amplifiers, always also came into the hands of some audiophiles, and they told us, well, sounds nice, looking like a fridge. And we thought we could do something against the fridge look, and so we started with Violectric because nice cases.
繼續 Thomas 嘅問題，佢就想知道阿 Fried 覺得現今世代聆聽器材仲有冇分 For Audiophiles 同 For 工作嘅需要？
Well, concerning Lake People and Violectric, there is still a difference in the devices. This is all the efforts we are making in designing the amplifiers. Under the Lake People line, we have good sounding amplifiers, but these may suffer under specific circumstances like demanding headphones, low impedance headphones, or low efficiency headphones. And generally, you can say that the Violectric line offers more powerful amplifiers, which are also good for demanding headphones like let's say HiFiMan HE6 or the Sennheiser HD800. The HiFiMan is more demanding aspect of power, and the Sennheiser HD800 more under the aspect of the voltage swing. And this you can both do better with Violectric amps than with Lake People amps, because Lake People amps are still more a tool.
嚟到 Brian 嘅問題，關於產品開發，佢就想知道 Violectric 喺開發嘅時候係用咩耳機或者耳牛嚟到做 reference。
IEMs, none in the moment, because IEMs are a quite special thing. But we rely on the judgments of our customers who often use IEMs, what they're telling us, especially that our amps are extremely low noise. And so even with this very sensitive IEMs, you have a black background. Concerning headphones, in the old days, we had the AKG. There was a very popular model 30 years ago. This was AKG 240. It could be found in nearly any studio. By now, we've got the Odyssey headphones, the HiFiMan headphones, Metze, Sennheiser, of course, Biodynamic. And concerning the speakers, because many of our amplifiers have what we are calling a preamp section inside. We have a choice of active and passive speakers. The passive speakers is Canton. I don't know if you know that brand. It's a quite popular brand in Germany. We also have, of course, the PMC speakers, two pair of ELAC active speakers, and from PMC we've got the active and the passive speakers.
之後呢一條我自己試機嘅時候都提出過，而今次就到阿 King 問到點解 Violectric 嘅產品一貫都係將 gain setting 擺喺後面，有冇咩原因？有冇考慮過喺前面板設計 gain setting 方便用家去 setting？
First of all, I think it's a nice feature from us to have a gain setting. With our new developments, we even widened the gain settings. Former times it had been plus minus 12 dB, and now it's plus minus 18 dB. And the gain setting itself is very sensitive. And having the setting on the front panel would mean, because the gain setting is directly after the input stages, would mean, well, on one hand, long cables or lots of relays to switch them, and long cables are not good for the sound. For relays, we need lots of space, and of course, planning all the relays inside would be quite expensive. Sometimes it's on the bottom. For Lake People amplifiers, it's inside. And for the Violectric amplifiers, we've got it on the back panel. And just another reason, normal people, not you and me, they normally have one or two headphones, and they make their setting one time and leave it that way for, well, the rest of the amplifier life. But well, people like you and me were always busy and, well, hearing headphones, comparing them, and then it's indeed a little bit, well, it's not so nice to go on the back of the amp, and especially if it's dark behind the amp, and to put the switches. That's right. But for the normal customer, well, he's doing the setup once a time. He's connecting his headphone according to our manual, adjusting the volume. For normal hearing, the volume should be adjusted to 12 o'clock. And afterwards, he's fine with this adjustment, because I don't think that, well, only aficionados have more than, well, let's say 4 or 5 headphones or so.
接住就到 Ono 嘅問題，佢就提到耳機同喇叭唔同，各個產品之間阻抗同靈敏度嘅範圍更大，耳抗點樣提供最好嘅控制能力？同埋佢都想問阿 Fried 自己認為各種放大器嘅種類，好似 Class A、Class AB、Class D 等等，邊個有最好嘅表現？
Concerning the wide impedances of headphones, I think a Class D amplifier is not a good choice, because the Class D amplifier is best when he knows the impedance from the load. So what's left is Class A and Class AB. Well, Class A is, of course, always the best amplifiers concerning the distortion. On the other hand, well, when you have an amplifier with an output power like 3, 5, 7 watt, like what we have in Class A, this would mean for both channels, or for 4 channels in a headphone, in a balanced headphone amplifier, that you would have to dissipate, well, at about 50 watts or even more. This is the heat dissipation, and this is not a nice thing. And on the other hand, when you have as low distortions as we have, there's no need for more Class A. Class AB, Well, Class A at our amps is up to, I think, 30, 40 milliwatts. And afterwards, we're switching over to Class AB. But we still achieve very, very low distortion figure. We also don't want to reduce the distortion anymore because the distortion is what makes the sound of the amplifier. We're shaping our distortion figures so that K2 is higher than K3 is higher than K4 is higher than K5. So this is not usual for solid-state amplifiers. A solid-state amplifier normally has low K2 but higher K3 and so on. So the intermodulation is higher. On our amplifiers, we try to reduce the distortion even more, but the product or the amplifier becomes lifeless afterwards. So finally, we have Class AB amplifiers with quite low distortion, with a nice shape of distortion, and this distortion should remain.
嚟到我自己嘅問題，近年嘅耳擴產品都開始加入 4.4mm 輸出，仲有存在咗一段日子嘅4片 XLR， 平衡嘅選擇多咗。站喺廠方角度，產品調聲方面係基於平衡定係單端呢？有人認為有機會偏向一邊，如果唔係， Violectric 會點樣去平衡呢兩邊呢？
I think it's not the question of sound tuning, because when a manufacturer, not only us, but also other manufacturers, when they are doing balanced amps, they are duplicating the stereo amplifier. When they're doing really balanced amps, when the goal is to have a really balanced amplifier, they are doubling the number of amplifiers inside. And these amplifiers are the same from their setup, the same as the stereo amplifier before. So they don't only have amplifier for left and right inside, but also for the left and right in phase and out of phase amps. Well, the difference is you're also doubling the output voltage swing, and the power is fourfold on true balanced amplifiers, and the output is doubled, the output voltage is doubled. So when you compare your amplifier with a headphone, the same headphones, one headphone's connected with single-ended phone jacks, and the other headphone, the same headphone, but connected with 4-pin XLR or with a Pentacon. The sound is on one hand different because the balanced headphone is louder, and so louder is always better. But on the other hand, the profit is you have less intermodulation and crosstalk when with a true balanced amplifier. This is the secret about it. I don't know if you know. I made a book, a little booklet. This is called the Headphone Amplifier Cookbook. The cookbook, yeah. Yes, and there I'm explaining. Maybe you can link it. There I'm explaining what's special about a true balanced amplifier and why the results in sound are so different. A popular comparison, meaning when you're listening with speakers, you are part of the audience in a concert hall. When you're listening to single-ended headphones, you take the part of the conductor. And when you're listening with really balanced headphones, you're inside the orchestra.
嚟到將來發展方向 ，Timothy 就想知道 Violectric 會唔會推出後級擴音機，因為佢自己覺得 Violectric 嘅前級好好，想一套過咁夾喇叭嚟聽。
This is a very good question. I know that our preamplifiers offer a very good sound, and we are busy in developing, even more preamplifier with more functions, but this is kind of secret in the moment. Of course, we have some schematics in our drawers for power amplifiers, and this is a product my engineers and me, we want to do since, well, I think 25 years or so. Well, when we have some more time, I think we will also release a power amplifier, but I don't think in the next 2 or 3 years.
跟住就到 Manwu 嘅問題，我都好想知，佢就問到品牌可唔可以出手提純耳擴。
We have a nice little product called Kronos. This is a portable amplifier with a very high quality, I think. This was a product which is also selling very good. And of course, we have plans to enhance a little bit the power of a product like this. And there are plans to release, let's say, a bigger Kronos with a true balanced amplifier inside.
有一條阿 King 嘅問題就俾佢安排咗喺呢一段，佢就問到之前 V281 都唔錯，呢個 size 嘅細機會唔會再有後繼機呢？
Well, I don't think that the V281 was really a compact amplifier. It was quite deep at about 30 centimeters and had a very, very huge front panel. I think a compact amplifier was the V280, yes, because this was also quite deep, but the shape of the front panel was quite compact. Well, by now we have the V226 as a compact, really balanced amplifier, and we want to release, and we showed the first prototypes during the high-end show in Munich. We want to release an amplifier called 202, which is the successor of the V200. Yes, what the functionality is nearly the same. It's got balanced and unbalanced inputs, and of course a built-in power supply. But it's got a case a little bit higher than the former V200 because we wanted to install a bigger knob. And the knob diameter from the V200, also from the V280, was 25 millimeters. And well, we now have, I think it's a centimeter more height, and the prototypes had 38 millimeter knobs. And so this is a nice look and feel. And we want to also have the successor of the V280, also very compact size, and this is the V222. And this will be the successor. We showed it also on the high-end show. I think you should have some more information about the amplifiers. And we want to release these amplifiers as the successors of the V200 and the successor of, the V280, not the V281. And of course, at the expense of some preamp functionality, which was also part of the V281. The 222 offers 2 switchable inputs, but no line outputs, but at a very compact size, a balanced amplifier, a really balanced amplifier with 4 amplifiers inside.
問題就問到呢度，相信大家都會好滿足。如果有興趣，就記得落鋪頭試睇下 Violectric 嘅產品啦。今日就講到嚟呢度。如果中意呢條片，除咗訂閱，仲要記得 comment、like、share。想討論可以加入 Facebook 嘅狂人同學會。我哋下次再見，拜拜。